Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring some Chinese phrases, set phrases, as a translation of contemporary, mostly Western invented technologies. And today we're going to talk about 太阳能, solar energy. And okay, Chinese don't really have the form like a solar because solar is an adjective to describe the type of energy that's from the sun. We have an adjective of solar to mean it's from the sun. But Chinese, we just simply use the sun energy. And actually, Chinese use two characters to mean the sun, because if we just use, okay, this is our original sun symbol, just a box with a horizontal line written in here. But you see, we add so much more elements, visual elements, to make sure it's the sun we're talking about, the one and only sun, because each of them, or like this symbol just by itself, is too simple. It can be other culturally connotated meanings to it. For example, this 日 can actually mean sexual activity. I mean, who would know, right? It's the sun. Like, what? Why? This came from the sphere that's giving you the shape of the sun, and then one horizontal line in it gives you the energy. So something, it's not only a shape, but it has energy in it, in that shape. That's a Chinese super simplification of what the sun is about. It's an energy form for us, and it's in that shape. So Chinese use two characters to mean the sun. The sun, the contemporary sun symbol simply is big, the number big. The character big. That's kind of human figure with one horizontal line. That's our big symbol. Add one dot to mean extra big. So this one dot, one extra little thing is intentional because it doesn't reflect physical world anymore. Big itself is an abstract concept that's made of these two parts that originally just left and right like that, and then it's combined together. So two parts connected, that means it's double-sized. So big in Chinese actually means bigger than. In English as well, right? When we say something's big, we are saying it's bigger than what both the listener and the speaker share the common knowledge about something. Because it's always a comparison. When you say something's big, it must be in your mind, compare it to some standard, and then you can say it's bigger or small. But because we use it too much, so this comparison get lost. We just say something's big or something's small. Okay, so this big concept made of kind of starfish looking thing, and then we add one extra dot because that's abstraction on top of abstraction. This emphasizing there's something extra, so it's extra. In today's clothing language, it will be XXXX large size. Okay, so let's understand it that way. You see the bottom is super complicated. It has this big sign on the top that's kind of almost like an airplane looking. It gets distorted, but the structure is the same. Structurally, it's of this two parts combined with this one big combiner thing that make it like proportionally it looks different, but structurally it remains the same structure, same number of strokes, right? Just some part get elongated, exaggerated. And then the left and right, these are the two three-finger hand symbols. And it's your first perspective person, because we have other hand symbol that reaching down from the top of the screen. That means somebody else's hand. Versus here, you see the arms are reaching from the bottom of the screen, that's just like a computer game, first person perspective. You're reaching your hands into the screen like that. So this is your left and right hands. The middle is water flowing in nature. So the middle part is continuous, the sides are broken, just mimicking how water travel in nature. So we have this big water with two hands. That simply means everything goes well, that you are able to channel the water to kind of guide it, flow somewhere that's unblocked. Okay, so I guess in ancient times, irrigation was a big deal. Even in today, it's still a big deal. You always have this under irrigation or over irrigation. You want to have good control of water in relative to the need of the plant, right? Whatever farming activity you're doing, like you have to have the perfect water control. That's a big part of it. Then this water, since ancient times, how to control water volume and the way that it goes and distributed through the land, right? That's irrigation technology. And to be able to unblock, because nature, okay, in particular to China, probably I guess throughout the world, rivers flow from the mountains down, right, all the way to the oceans. That's the natural course of how waters go in nature. And sometimes they got a blockage because they carry with water sand or other deposits in there, and that's going to eventually drop from the flow. The gravity will pull this deposits down and elevate the channel higher and higher. Eventually will overspill, right? So that causes big problem from people living in that region. To be able to unblock the channel, clean the channel, to make sure water stay within their lanes, they don't overspill. That was a big deal. So this picture kind of depicting that. We have big water going down, and you have your hand kind of a guardrail, the water just going as you wish in your direction. And that simply means the water is on your side, or the water is fully contained. Things are going as you wish. So that is an ancient Chinese to mean things are going well. You have your nature channeling as the way that's beneficial to you. So this environmental elements going well for you then becomes this this concept in Chinese that's Tai, same pronunciation. That means things environmentally beneficial to you. And eventually that character kind of transferred also to the same pronunciation Tai as this one. That means grand or bigger scheme of things. That's extra large of things. Okay, and because the sun is our only sun in our solar system, and actually the norm of the solar system are two suns. That's the norm in the universe. But in our solar system happen to be just one singular sun in there. And that's extra large for us. And that probably subconsciously, even consciously now, that we want to have, to live in this environmentally beneficial element with us, as if we can channeling the water energy, we can somehow live to the benefit of the sun, the solar energy to us. So in this both sense of the scale is extra large for us, and also the channeling of the energy is beneficial to us. Like both sense, you can explain like why Chinese attach this Tai in front of yang, which means sunny, which contains the sun symbol, but it has a lot more content in there because of the two. Okay, so now yang, the left side means high ground. You can see high ground, we have this top left corner of the frame. That simply means something rise up above the ground in relative to your altitude or elevation. is high ground, and there are three of them stacking up. You can view it as something hard to scale. So this is high ground. Then this is the sun symbol, right? And we have one horizontal line below it. That means the horizon. This character by itself, just one sun with one horizontal line beneath it, it means sunrise. Done. The sun just rise above the horizon. I mean, visually, it's such a picture, like very direct depiction of what's happening in nature to us, right? That's the morning time. And then at the bottom, we have this stripy looking thing that kind of look like this, right? With two strokes in the middle. It could mean a flag. A few episodes ago, we talked about that. That means a variety of things, or it could look like a wings of a bird. So the sun rising above the horizon with either the flag can mean spreading, because a flag in the wind, it has a stripes on it, can spread, right? And if it's a wing of a bird, it can spread as well. So together, it means the sun getting above. Once it gets above the horizon, the sunlight are going to spread, just like the flag or the wings spreading all over the world, like cover us all. So that gives you the sense of the energy spreading out from that one single source of light and heat. Okay, now this mountain symbol, not mountain, but high ground symbol, paired with the sunlight spreading, is a particular Chinese notation of the location of where you are. Is at the south to the mountain, or the north of water, because if it's water, there's no blockage of the sun. The sun, once it rises up, you're going to be bombed in the sun. You're going to have sunbathing right away. If it's south of the mountain, it also means like the mountain is not blocking you from the sun. You're on the other side of the sun side of your mountain. And it's totally related to Chinese geography, where on the northern hemisphere, if we happen to be in the southern hemisphere, it will be the north of the mountain, right? But because we're in the northern, so the sun in relative to the observers in China, that will be, once it rises above the horizon, it gotta be on the south side of the mountain or north side to the water body, so that you can feel the sun spread out over you like that. And that's Chinese definition of sunny. It gives you a particular location or geo feature to mean you have to be in that spot to feel sunny. It's true, right? Sunny is conditional. That means the sun can shine on you directly without a blockage. That's sunny. All right. So 太阳 together means it's this super extra large, or everything goes well, the energy well channeled, contained, well blessed energy form that paired with it's sunny together composed this concept of sun, or something coming from the sun, or the benevolent sun to us. So all that packed into these two characters. And Neng, again, it means harnessed muscle power. And the muscle power represented by the bear symbol, because the bear, probably ancient understanding of who has the biggest bicep in the world, which is the bear. And this is the bicep. And then we have the four legs of the bear and the head of the bear. So bears depicted in four parts, which is a big question mark in my head, like why it's separated into four parts. But this is the bear symbol. And then the top, the cross give you the structure of the net. And just two is enough to show you the pattern, and you can fill out the blank. And then this big arch thing, it simply gives you the space. So within that space, you have this net thing. Together, it means harness, something is contained muscle power, just like this two hand channeling this water. It's a human's way to try to not exactly conquer, but to be able to use whatever energy form or resource form as a water or as muscle power, animal muscle power, that you can actually use them to be a productive elements in whatever you're making, right? So this 能 simply is harnessed or contained muscular powers, okay? And when it pairs with 太阳能, we know, okay, it's not muscle power anymore because muscle power probably is the beginning of our, humans in relationship to energy. It came in the form of muscle power. That's something we can use. We have been long using farming animals, domesticated animals for the purpose of farming to use their muscle power, right? That's the first form of energy form that we can use. Eventually, we know how to use solar energy. So this is 太阳能, just like that. It's beaming on top of the horizon. That's the sun. That's the sun symbol and horizon. And then the spreading out of the sun ray like that. Okay. And actually, in English world, we all know yin and yang, right? This yin means female, means negative, means gentle. And this yang means assertive, means sunny, means powerful or positive, means female, male. I mean, if we want to super simplify things, right? And this yang is exactly this character. And now I just have a deep, in-depth unpacking of what that yang is about. It's this exactly this picture of the sun spreading out the light to you. That's yang. All right. Cash into the currency of thinking about one more day with Sophie. See you another day.